We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And this morning on the Huddle, we're going to be talking about some of the latest new features that YouTube is rolling out to new and existing small growing YouTube channels. One of those new features is the YouTube Community tab. Do you have it? Are you using it? Or do you need help with it? Well, this morning on the Huddle, we're going to have a masterclass on the YouTube Community tab. So what are you waiting for? Grab yourself a cup of coffee because it's time. It's time for the Huddle. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you want to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video, we welcome you to the show. And as we said this morning, we're going to be talking about one of the latest new features that YouTube has rolled out to new and existing growing YouTube channels, the YouTube Community tab. And so we are excited to finally have the Community tab here on the Huddle because it gives us the ability to have a deeper connection in connecting with the Huddle community through YouTube. No more do I have to go to another social media platform to communicate with those in the Huddle community. I can communicate with you right through the Community tab and grow and engage with you and be informed on what we're all accomplishing here on the Huddle. So that's what we're going to be talking about. If you're watching me on YouTube this morning, do me a favor, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. And if you're on LinkedIn this morning, let me know in the chat comment section where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live on either one, and we will definitely acknowledge you. We want to say good morning to our dear sister Florence from Equip Institute in the house. We want to say good morning to my good man Adobe under 5 in here in the chat this morning. Good morning. And those of you who are joining us coming in as you're getting the notifications, let us know in the chat where you're watching us from. Give us that sign that you are a part of Team Live by hashtag Team Live. And to my replay crew who are joining us, who will watch the replay of this, give us a hashtag Team Replay in the comments. So the YouTube Community tab, man, when the news came out and broke about a little over 2 to 3 weeks, man, I tell you, I was definitely excited like a little kid who definitely didn't want to wait for Christmas. I was definitely going to open this present and start using it, which I'm quite sure you have as well, because Huddle Community, I have been checking out your channels. I've been checking out your channels to see if you're using it, those who are using it and those who may not be using it and those who may need some help. And those of you who are watching this live stream masterclass, maybe not a part of the YouTube community, but you need some help. Hey, help is here on the way, and we're going to get into this masterclass. So without further ado, let's fire up the stream deck and get into this masterclass on the YouTube Community tab. And so what is the YouTube Community tab? The Community tab, why in the world? Fix this. Notice when I tap on. There we go. There we go. All right. Take 2. What is the Community tab? The Community tab is an advanced feature that YouTube in the past had made available to content creators on YouTube who met a certain requirement of over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But over time, they wanting it to be made available to more YouTube creators, then lowered the requirement to 500 subscribers on YouTube. But the powers that be, or those who sit at the table and wanting to be able to make sure that every creator on YouTube could be able to take advantage of it as long as they met the requirements and with the eligibilities of it. They wanted to make it available so that there could be more engagement with the creator, with their fans. And I certainly applaud them for really listening to the I don't want to say small, but you're up and coming and growing creator, because sometimes small can have a negative connotation in the sense that you have not arrived in the sense. And but the truth of the matter is you've learned some things on YouTube that has you in the right projection and going in the right direction, that you are definitely up and coming and growing. And so they've made this rollout now with this advanced feature can be made available to YouTube creators, and where they can now have a deeper level and engage with their audience. And so that's a short definition of the community tab. But if you want to get a more extensive definition, go right into the YouTube search bar and type in what is the YouTube community tab, and you'll definitely find yourself enough of definitions that will satisfy your intellect. But for this masterclass, it's one of the advanced features that it allows creators who've met the requirements and eligibility to engage with their audience. So we talked a little about requirements. So as we said in the past, it used to be where you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and then it went down to 500. And so now it's being rolled out now to just about, new and existing creators over a rollout period. But here's what's interesting about this. If you are a new channel, and through my research and watching Nick Nimmin, who's really been educating the YouTube community of creators about this, that, a new creator, when they first start out, they're going to start you with the standard features and allow you to kind of grow with YouTube. And so that as you start to grow and your channel starts to grow, they begin to slowly move you up. But see, the good thing is now you don't have those thresholds of 500 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. They're kind of like monitoring your growth and how many videos you're posting. If you're doing shorts, if you're doing long form content like live streams, or if you're doing, regular uploaded videos, they're kind of giving you the opportunity to grow. Now, if a person says, well, I don't want to wait through all this growing process, I want it now. Well, that sounds like to me a person, who, you may have a legitimate a reason why you want it now, but YouTube has definitely put some things in place, from the standard to the immediate features, and to some of the advanced features for a new channel, where they will go so far and do video verification with the person. They will go so far and having you do, phone verification by you verifying your channel, so that they can make this available to all the right individuals and protect us all from the scammers and the spammers. Okay, to protect us all from the scammers and spammers. So they're making it harder. Now, when it comes to the existing YouTube channel, which is ourselves, they're kind of looking at our history, not just from the sense of content we've created, but I later learned that they're also looking at your history as a viewer on you being on YouTube. Because if you have a channel, but you don't post on it, but you're constantly watching other individuals' content and it pops on your homepage, they're looking at that history as well. Because I took the time to look at a particular person's YouTube channel that just recently started, and I think they started in June of this year. They only have 2 videos. They only have roughly about 300 subscribers. But see, here's what's interesting is each of their first 2 videos were averaging over about 1,500 views on the 2 that they had, and they already have YouTube community tab. So it says to me, for the existing channel or even new channel, they're looking at history of viewership, and they're looking at history in terms of you creating content. Now, if you say, Walter, I'm doing all those things, but I don't have it. Be patient. Be patient, because they're rolling it out to each and every creator through a process of time. You're going to get a notification by email, just notifying you about the new feature that they're rolling out. You should have got an email about your YouTube handle. I got mine. So it's a matter of me just setting it up today. And but they're rolling it out. And so they're making it available for new channels. They're making it available for existing channels. And most importantly, from a requirement standpoint, they're making it harder for scammers and spammers to be able to take advantage of this. Because aren't you tired of bots and trolls and people in pretending that they are a YouTube channel, and they come into your live stream and they don't even have a picture up? It kind of reminded me of some great wisdom that my parents taught me and my grandparents taught me, that if a person comes up to you or drives up to you, the side of you in a car, and asks you to get in, you don't talk to strangers. You don't get into a car with strangers. And it's this, and to me, if you're going to create a channel and you don't want to take the necessary step to at least put some type of picture up, so that way I can kind of identify who you are, then unfortunately, I'm going to classify you as possibly being a scammer or spammer. And I kind of use that rule across all social media platforms. You send me a request on Facebook talking about you want to be friends with me, and you don't have a profile picture. Nah, it can't happen. Can't happen. You want to connect with me on LinkedIn, which is more of a professional platform, and you don't have a picture. Nah, it's not going to happen. So I like the way that YouTube is rolling out these new requirements to make it harder for scammers and spammers, most importantly, to protect me and you. So we have our definition on what the community tab is. We have a good foundation and understanding about requirements. So what's next? Next is, if you're getting great value out of just those 2 tips we've just shared, I want you to click the thumbs up button, smash the like button, share this on your favorite social media platform. In particular, when you share it now, share it with someone that you know who's on YouTube also, but they may have the community tab, but they're not taking advantage of it. You want to share this video with that person, not just to be sharing and sharing. I want you to be strategic with this sharing this morning with a person you know who is on YouTube, who has the community tab, but they need help on being able to use it. And click the thumbs up. So let's go to our next point. Our next point is, let's get into the features. So the features of the community tab gives me and you, as the Huddle community, and even on your own channels, to be able to post an image, to be able to do polls, and these polls can be text, or they can be a photo poll, and you have the ability to do video. I like the video part, because maybe you have a previous video Adobe under 5 that you did recently on ghost effects, and you want to now put that in the community tab to be able to share it with your community of those who may have not saw that previous video. It gives you the ability to engage with the audience on one of your recent videos. Then also with polls, whether if it's a photo poll or a text poll, just kind of taking the pulse of your community, those who are subscribing, and really finding out who is really a part of your tribe, who is really a part of your audience, and engaging with them, and maybe asking a couple of questions on, what would be some of the content ideas or next videos you would like for me to do that would help you with productivity. And when you start to see the feedback come in, you begin to identify, out of all those subscribers we have, between 50 to maybe 1,000 subscribers, then you begin to really drill down who is within the audience of your YouTube channel. And then, like I said, from a post standpoint, posting an image, so some of the things I've been doing this week and getting used to the community tab, I shared, a win for the week. What was your win for the week in my community tab with those who are part of the Huddle community? And I appreciate my dear sister Florence from Equip Institute just kind of sharing her win for the week. And so now you don't have to wait for Saturday morning to share your win for the week. You can share your win for the week when I post it on Friday in the community tab with the community. You can also post an image, maybe kind of help promoting your recent short that you posted, and putting an image and sharing some information about your latest short, or informing your community about your next live stream you're going to be doing. So you have these different features that you can use with the community tab. Now, benefits. What are some of the benefits of using the YouTube community tab? Well, one particular benefit that I'm really enjoying is it helps me to have the privilege of having a deeper connection with you, the Huddle community. And not only you, but there may be individuals who may be looking at my channel, may have not subscribed, but maybe they want a little more feedback about the channel. The community tab is a way that they can also communicate and let them, self be known as well for you and your own channel. Another great benefit is, again, we've talked about it already, but now engagement. Not just being able to engage this through in a live stream, in a live platform, but engagement now in the community itself. And so if you ask a question about what is your biggest challenge that you are having with being able to be more productive in creating content on YouTube, that gives you the ability now to engage with your audience, Florence Equip Institute, and hearing some of their feedback, and asking some important questions about, do you have a productivity calendar, and is your calendar really working for you, or what are some of the pain points or roadblocks that you're facing that your calendar is not working for you? And so your audience, those who are subscribing, you begin to see, if you have over a little close to 300 subscribers, they start to make themselves known. And don't get discouraged if you only see 5%, 10%. That's okay. That's okay. Work with that 10%, because as you start to grow in subscribership, as this channel starts to grow, where it may have only been one or two, when you start to have over 1,000 subscribers, you may start to be able to engage with 20 of those subscribers. But then also another benefit is it helps your audience to be informed about what you're doing with the channel, helping them to be informed on, maybe you're going to be bringing on a guest on your next live stream. So that way, that audience who is a part of that guest who's coming on your live stream show, that audience now can kind of learn more about your platform and your YouTube channel. You can inform them also on maybe when you're going to be a guest on a particular live stream show, so that your viewers can know as well. Got a few comments here. And so let me just kind of stop right here, because I can get myself on a roll here. And so let me see here what we got. Adobe Under 5 says, I really use my community tab posts. Okay, so let me ask you this question, Adobe Under 5. What is it time? Is it a matter of not really seeing how it can connect with the content that you're posting? What is it that or it's just a matter of it just not a priority? Kind of share with us on why, it's not something that you really do. Because it could be something as simple of, like you said, I have a full-time business, I got a family, I'm making enough content, but I just don't want to take that additional time to connect with my audience. Would love to kind of get your feedback on that. Equip Institute, our dear Florence says, this is all good. Yes, it's good, 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 like Maxwell House coffee. I am with you. I am with you. And then Adobe Under Fire says, good memory, Walter. Okay. All right. Well, hey, look, praise God for just helping a brother keep his mind, because sometimes life can have you going through some challenges and you feel like you're about to lose your very uh, last piece of your mind. So I appreciate that. Agobi Under Fire says, not sure. Priority for me. Yeah. Sometimes it's a priority. Sometimes it's priority. You can be connected sometimes to different social media platforms in the beginning. And then as a result, you just don't really have the time to really engage on it. Like, I have a Twitter account for the Huddle. I only use it primarily just to kind of share information about my YouTube shorts. And I put up, some certain particular hashtags on them, and I notice I'm starting to get some feedback from, one or two people about that those shorts that I post. So as a result, that's pretty much to the extent of what I use it. I don't really have the priority for me to be really engaging on Twitter all the time. So I understand exactly what you're saying, Adobe Under Fire. But so I now, with having the community tab, I'm kind of diverting all my resources in terms of me posting from a social media standpoint. My two main platforms now from a posting are now, with three main platforms. It's the YouTube community tab, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Those are the order in terms of how I post and engage with my audience. The other platforms are not a priority for me. So I can understand what you're saying. Definitely understand from that standpoint. But being able to connect on a deeper level, the YouTube community tab gives me and you that ability. Being able to engage with our audience, you know, to see over 1,000 subscribers, and you're constantly posting videos or doing live streams, and you look in your comment section from your replay, it those are some concerns that I think each and every one of us as creators should say, okay, why is it that the replay value is not there where I'm getting enough engagement from my viewers? Why am I not getting enough engagement from those who are subscribed to the channel? And so the YouTube community tab is a way to be able to dig a little deeper and get some feedback on who is really on your channel, to weed out those individuals who had the intent, I believe, to subscribe to your channel, but they were only looking for you to subscribe to them, to be able to weed those types of individual. And that's something over the last month now I'm really starting to take notice of. And I really thank God for one of my wins for the week is that I've seen the channel go from 253 to 263 in just a matter of 7 days. And so now the YouTube community tab, as I start to get more engaged with it, helps me to be able to say, okay, those 10 subscribers, are these really individuals who are really, really going to be a part of the Huddle community? You know, uh, are they going to show up in the live streams? Are they just showing up for my shorts? The community tab is going to let me know where those 10 people really connect with me. If they're connecting me with shorts, then I should see their feedback and their comments on the shorts. If they're connecting with me on the live streams, I should see their feedback on the live stream replay or on the live. So the community tab is going to help me to uncover that information. Another a good comment from our dear sister Florence says, good tip on deciding, prioritizing social media platforms. Definitely, because it, and there's so many other social media platforms out there that I don't really have time for. I mean, I know the main ones that are there, but even the main ones, I'm it's not a priority for me anymore as much to be on Facebook. Facebook, in a sense, for me, I use it for communicating with some family and friends, but for the most part, I may share, hey, I got an upcoming live stream, because when you look in your your YouTube page and it tells you about, you know, is there's a chart that kind of shares when you post a comment, if you pinned a comment, it's a part on there if you got any likes on Facebook. So I want to make sure all those boxes are checked. So I just share content from that standpoint to say, okay, boom, I got a like on Facebook, boom, we're good. But if that box wasn't there, I probably wouldn't be sharing as much um, my YouTube content on Facebook. But again, now that I have the community tab in terms of engagement with my audience, I don't have to go off platform for that. That's a bonus benefit there. You don't have to go off platform to engage with your audience, you know, because if you didn't meet the requirements of 500 subscribers, or when it was 1,000 subscribers at one time, you had to go off platform. Now you don't have to go off platform as long as you met all the eligible requirements as an existing creator and they have enough history. You don't have to go off platform anymore. To me, that's huge. That is huge, that I can and connect with you, Florence, that I can connect with you, Adobe Under 5, and so many others are part of the Huddle community. That's huge for me. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this live stream, do me a favor, click the thumbs up button, smash the like button, share this on your favorite social media platform. And, you know, if you haven't, those of you who are checking this out, we're talking about the YouTube community tab and YouTube's recent rollout to new and existing creators. And if you're getting great value from this masterclass this morning, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, where we're going to help you broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. And then our next point about the community tab is just looking at some best practices, on how you should be using the YouTube community tab. One best practice I believe in is have a clear purpose on why you're using it. Now, I've heard a couple of people mention about the YouTube community tab that it helps you now to share behind the scenes with your audience, those who are a part of your community. And I like that idea. I like that, and even Adobe Under 5 even gave me that same suggestion on another social media platform, but I just never got around to doing it. But now I have the YouTube community tab, and now I can share behind the scenes with you, the community, and those that are subscribed with the YouTube community tab. I can share behind the scenes now. And so do it with a clear purpose. One of the ways I would not use the community tab is sharing, my latest trip that I took down to Florida in Miami, and enjoying myself and having fun, or just, personal stuff. I wouldn't share it from that standpoint. But if I can share it from a behind the scenes standpoint, you're doing it with a clear purpose. Also, be creative. Be creative in using, and I haven't got into the polls yet, but I'm definitely going to be using them. But be creative in how you're going to be using your text polls, your photo image polls, or even when you're uploading a video. Be creative about it, where it, again, informs your audience, it engages your audience, and it helps you and your audience, your fans, to connect on a deeper level. Another best practice is make sure that your YouTube channel is set up properly. Make sure your YouTube channel is set up properly. When a person comes to your YouTube channel, is there channel art there that introduces them about who you are as a YouTube channel and has a value proposition on your YouTube channel? Or is there just a blank channel art there with just your profile picture and your name? A person, when they come to your page, you want them to be immediately when they come, they can, with just in a few seconds, understand what your channel is about and what your value proposition is. So make sure your channel is set up. And this is optional, but I strongly believe in having a YouTube trailer, a small introduction trailer about you and your channel and the content you're making. Also, if you have enough content made, begin to set up playlists. Think about when you go on Netflix and you're looking for a particular movie, they have playlists based on action. They have action and then they have drama. They have comedy. They have documentaries. Okay. There's a playlist of content there for you to choose from. And then at the top of the Netflix, they have a couple of featured movies that they are suggesting to you based on your past experience of what you've watched on their platform. Now, if Netflix does that, how much more should we, as content creators on YouTube, kind of take that same format? And you, again, having that trailer, they even have a part for people who have already subscribed and you want to show your most popular or featured video. So set up your channel properly so that when a person comes to your channel, they know what it's about. See, when I go to Miss Leona channel, I see her channel art. So I want to say good morning to my dear sister. I see her playlist of content there. I see her value proposition of what she's offering me as a viewer on her channel. And as a result, as I get more into it, it's going to help me to want to say, hey, look, I want to subscribe to this channel. I want to click the alert notification button. So you want to have those best practices of having a clear purpose on why you're using the community tab. You want to be creative about it. But most importantly, you want to have your channel set up because, again, going back to the recent channel that I reviewed that's only been up since June, because this particular person is a friend of mine. So I was curious to see. I'm like, wait a minute, he's only been on for 2 months. Did YouTube give him the community tab? He's only been on YouTube since June, and he only has 2 videos. And I was curious to see, did they give him the community tab? And they gave it to him. And so that says to me and you, if you haven't got it, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So summary here this morning. We talked about what is the community tab. It's an advanced feature that they're rolling out on desktop and in mobile. We talked about the requirements and how they are making it harder for scammers and spammers to be able to take advantage of this, but most importantly, to be on YouTube, period. And I applaud them for that. We talked about the features. We talked about the benefits. And again, the bonus benefit that I want you to take from this masterclass, you no longer have to go off YouTube unless you have an email marketing list. That's the only point you would want to do that, because that email marketing list is yours. And so you can engage with your audience as you so choose, as they have asked you to, without you being overbearing. And so if YouTube goes away, or if these social media platforms go away, because they are they're rented space. We don't own them. But if you have an email list and you have a website, okay, cool. But besides that, you don't have to go off platform to some of these other social medias platforms to stay on the community tab and engage with your audience. That is, man, that is huge. And then finally, we talked about the best practices. the best practices, making sure you have a clear purpose, making sure that you're creative in how you're using the community tab, and making sure your channel set up properly. Just make sure your channel set up. Those are huge. So that's my summary. Let's get into questions. Let's get into questions and comments. And the question of the day I want to lead with is, are you using the YouTube community tab? And if not, what are some of the challenges that we talked about that you may be having on why you're not using it? Give us some feedback, especially those who are watching the replay at this time. You are part of Team Replay in the comment section. Give us that feedback so we can have a conversation with you on that. Got a couple of more comments coming in. I really appreciate those of you who are on Team Live this morning. I know we published this, so we know we're live. Adobe Under 5 says, I need to talk to you about an email marketing. Okay, perfect. And setting it up. Definitely. I will definitely make some time with you on that, Adobe Under 5, to help you get set up on that. Because that's definitely going. I have one set up, and we've been building it. But in 2023, that is definitely going to be a major strategy, content strategy, and using in 2023. Because like I said, hey, you can be on platform today on YouTube, and then something happens outside of your control and your channel gets taken down. Okay, what are your next steps? What are your next steps if you use we talked about the community tab. We talked about engaging with the audience. Now let's talk about some other things. What happens if your channel goes down? What happens if the channel gets compromised and now you got to go through this whole process and setting up a new channel? Does YouTube now give you access again back to the community tab? Does your audience from your existing channel that you've spent so much effort and work in building up and getting past 1,000 subscribers, do they immediately come over to that new channel? Something to think about. And so, like Adobe Under 5 said, being able to getting an email marketing list set up is going to be huge, definitely for us in the Huddle community, because these platforms, they can be here today and they can be gone tomorrow, based on what they feel necessary that could cause that, especially with so much. Again, YouTube is trying to make it harder for scammers and spammers. And if someone was to, and you end up clicking on a link you didn't recognize, and your computer gets compromised through ransomware, and you can't get access to your computer through a scam like that, and now you have no way of getting on YouTube to create content. And these are things as creators we we hear about so much that happens to other people, but what happens when it happens to me and you? How do we respond without being reactionary? And so, great point from Adobe Under 5 and saying, hey, look, we need to get more into setting up an email marketing list. So definitely that's going to happen. Any other questions, any other comments that you would like to share, as we've been talking about how to use the YouTube community tab? And as we wait for your thoughts and your comments, I will also love to find out your win for the week. Those of you who are watching us on LinkedIn, let me know what your win for the week was in the chat, and we'll definitely pull up your win for the week. And if you're on YouTube, let us know here on the chat, a part of Team Live or Team Replay, what was your win for the week, so we can share and be encouraged by one another. And so this YouTube community tab feature, along with some of these other features that YouTube is rolling out, I think it's also encouraging the discouraged creator who's been creating for a while and they've been trying to get to 500 subscribers. They're at 450 subscribers, and the channel has just become stagnant, and it stays stagnant for a while, and they just don't have a pulse or have the clarity to understand why this channel has gone stagnant. Well, with these new features that they're rolling out, I think it's encouraging a lot of discouraged YouTubers to get back into the game. You know, maybe you were thinking about setting up a third or fourth channel because of the previous channels were stagnant. Now, with these new features being rolled out with the YouTube handles, with the YouTube community tab, and some of these other things that they're rolling out in 2023, it's encouraging us. It's encouraging us. Got a question from my dear sister, Equip Institute. Praise God that I didn't miss this question. And so she says, what is your strategy for the past give me 1 second here. What is your community? What is your strategy to pass on to your community, and how often to okay, there we go. I'm saying pass. What is your strategy for what to post on the community tab, and how often should you post? Great question. Great question. Well, one of the strategies that I'm trying to start out in using is using the community tab to be more informed with you on what's going on, to let you those of you who are part of the Huddle community, to inform you on some upcoming content that's going to be posted through live streams, also to inform you of any previous content that I've done in the past that maybe have done well. One particular video interview that I did was with JP High Tech from Perfect Zone Productions. And that particular interview that I did on how to have confidence on camera had over 3,000 views. And so it's still getting views. And I have some other videos that are getting views, like our dear auntie Denise from This and That. That video just recently crossed over 1,000 subscribers, and we did that back in March. The one we did with Dr. Elo, that has over 1,200 views. So using the community tab and sharing previous content to share with the community tab to make sure you guys get a chance to watch it if you didn't. And then a third strategy would be, again, just sharing a win for the week to create engagement. So I would probably say how often. I'm doing it every day because I'm testing it. I'm trying to do it every day. I'm testing it out just to see how YouTube is responding. And it also helps me to see who are subscribed to my channel. I want to give an opportunity to see who's going to come forward. But I would probably say maybe suggested maybe at least 2 times a week, maybe minimum. Maybe 2 times a week minimum. That would be my suggestion. I apologize for that long-winded question. It kind of sounded like I was a politician at a debate and couldn't give you a straight answer as a voter. So I apologize for that. But that would be my response to that great question. And if you have a question, just put a Q in front of it, whether on YouTube or LinkedIn, and we'll definitely respond. Any other questions, any other comments? Still waiting for your wins for the week. My win for the week has been just, I'm getting more comfortable in posting YouTube shorts, and I'm seeing, that more. I'm starting to get new viewers, new eyes on the channel, and so that gives the potential for possibly more subscribers and more growth for the channel. So definitely YouTube has really made it a focus on YouTube Shorts. And so those of you in the community, if you need help with YouTube Shorts and our next Huddle community, let us know. Let us know. Thank you, my sister. I'm glad I was able to provide you a satisfactory answer for you. I want to give a shout out to my dear sister, Leona. She's doing shorts now. They'll be under 5. He's doing shorts. And so if you need help with shorts in the Huddle Hangout, we'll definitely make time to talk about that. We've been talking about how to use the YouTube community channel that will help you to have a clear purpose on when you post community tab, to help with you being more creative in your community tab. And this the benefit of you no longer have to go off platform. So if you've been kind of struggling in this area of using the YouTube community tab, now you have it available, and you have history with YouTube and you've been posting. You have history rather as a viewer of watching other content, or just have history in terms of you posting content. If they roll it out to you, hey, take advantage of it, because you don't have to go off platform to engage with your audience. And man, let me tell you something, that is a game changer. That is a game changer for sure. We'll shift posting to the community tab. Definitely, my dear sister Florence, it's because you and I've watched how you've live streamed now for the last 4 weeks. I know Tech Troublemaker was on last night with me from the community. Adobe Under 5, he's been on it. And so, but I've also seen some others who are who come for you, and so use that community tab to engage. If they subscribe, at some point they're going to see that community tab. They're going to see it. Again, be creative with your posts, and be creative. Maybe showing some behind the scenes on how you put together your live stream presentation. Just out of 4 weeks, you definitely have been putting in some past weeks and months in preparation. Because if you were live streaming for just the 4 weeks and you didn't spend all that time in the Huddle community, that level of production, I'm not saying it's not possible, but that level of preparation says to me, you really put in some time and effort in you presenting your live streams. And so I certainly, let me come over here to down into my brand section. Let's scroll down here. So as I was waiting for a win for the week, I would say if we're going to choose a win for the week, it has to be our dear sister Florence from Equip Institute, and just in 4 weeks and how she's been doing live streaming and just her overall presentation. She using Ecamm and her being able to put her presentations together to the level that they're at, man, they're excellent. So with that said, yeah. All right, there we go. So I want to give you an applause for that, and give, this is some of the great questions that we've gotten during this live stream masterclass on to use the community tab. So any other thoughts, any other questions, any other wins for the weeks before we go ahead and get out of here? Those of you on the replay, been watching us up to this point, truly appreciate you being a part of the crew, the online posse. If you are joining us, and just click the thumbs up, share this on your favorite social media platform. And if you're watching me on the replay, whether on LinkedIn or YouTube, subscribe to the channel, where we're committed to helping you broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. And I certainly don't want to be disrespectful or overlook my online listeners who are just listening, whether through mobile, because you're in the car driving, or you're in the gym working out, or you're working on a special project. Want to thank you as well for checking out the Huddle. And when you get a chance, give us your feedback, being a part of Team Replay. So with that said, if there are no other thoughts or comments or questions or other wins for the week, we are going to go ahead and bring this to a close. I want to thank my dear sister, Leona, for being a part of the live stream this morning. my dear sister Florence, for being a part of the live stream. Adobe Under 5, being a part of the live stream, and my online listeners. See, as we get ready to wrap things up, it looks like we got another person that just popped in. Oh, great. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your stamp of approval. Definitely, we worked hard. I'm adjusting now to this new full-time job, and having a full-time job and putting together content of quality. See, I can put some stuff together in a presentation, but I think that would be disrespectful to you guys, because the Huddle community, you deserve excellence. So I appreciate the stamp of approval that this was content that was excellent and that you truly enjoyed it. And one thing that I would ask is, if you really enjoyed it, please share this. Share this with other creators you know who have the YouTube channel community tab, but they're not really clear on how to use this. And share this as a guide, as a how-to, as a masterclass. There's some other videos out there, but share this one so that way we can help them to get to the next level of greatness that God has for them. So with that said, again, I want to thank everyone for checking out the Huddle. And as we close out by saying, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today and let God's purpose prevail in your life. We will see you, and again, we'll use the Huddle community tab to confirm that we will be having a midweek huddle. Again, I'm adjusting to this full-time job and trying to make sure that I make quality content for each live show. So I will update you by Tuesday if we will be doing the midweek huddle, but you'll definitely see a YouTube short every day, Monday through Friday. You're going to see some shorts. So there'll be some content out there. So thank you again for just being a part of the Huddle community. I thank you so much. It's about helping us be the best that we can be in what we're doing on our channels. God bless.